reasonable is it for fans to think that a team that's got so many newcomers on it, plays in the SEC, can be a competitive defensive backfield? Because the numbers weren't good for Arkansas defensive backs last year.
Well, I think it starts with, top down. I think it starts with the head guy and it goes down to the position coaches, and then the players. We follow the lead, man. Everybody say you want to do something, and things. It doesn't just fall in line. It's the path. You got to walk the path. So that's just putting in the work every day, doing those extra walkthroughs, extra meetings, all that, and then building team bonding outside the facility, man. All that matters. All that is the little things matter. So I feel like that's just going to, put us ahead of a lot of other programs, but it's just us versus us right now. We just trying to win each day.
Joker, I guess you went against Coach Silverfield a few times over. What do you remember about those games? What stood out to you going against him, the Memphis program under him?
Back at Tulane, it was more like every time we played Memphis, we knew we had to run for our money. Like there was a team to run our season pretty much every year. And one year they did it, last year. We dropped that one. Well, not 2 years ago. We dropped that one and we dropped 3 more after that. Memphis was the team, hey, lock in, let's do it. Because you lose this game, everybody knew Memphis was a good team. So, every time we played them, if you don't come with it, you're going to lose. It was always a competitive game, never a blowout. It was fun, really. It was good competition. It was probably one of the best teams in the conference outside of us. So it was always fun playing against Memphis. It was like a rivalry thing.
You obviously went to the college football playoff last year. When you look back on that, what do you remember the most? I don't know, all the cameras, all the hype leading in. What sticks out about that memory for you?
It was just fun, playing against Ole Miss, SEC school, me just being able to show I can play at this level, it ain't nothing. I'm good enough to be here. I'm here for a reason. It was just fun, really. I was just soaking in the moment. It was fun. Sold out stadium, college football playoffs for the first time. It was just fun. I ain't gonna lie.
Khmori, what would you say? I don't know, challenge, adjustment, the biggest thing that you have to work on, maybe in full-time switch from linebacker to that star position.
Just being used to. Well, that's a hard question because I kind of did. I would say just being used to being away from the offensive line, and it's not that big of a difference. I feel like there's rules at each position that you got to lock into, and just keeping my eyes right and discipline, not getting nosy. That's going on inside and in the box, and just staying locked in on my guy and my job. I'll say that's the biggest, I think.
What's your guys' goals beyond football for this, I guess, community? Arkansas is not a big state. There's no professional teams. Everybody looks at this football program. What your goal is, legacy or connection with the community or any of that kind of stuff? Or is it you just here to play football and move on?
Yeah, so for me, we've done some things with the, some elementary schools. We went over there, talked to the kids, got to meet some, and really just pick their brains and how they are living in Arkansas. Because I've never been out here, and I want to impact those kids, the guys who dream to come to schools like this. It's not all about my community. I want to impact all kids and people of all communities. If I could impact any community, that's the biggest thing for me. That's outside of football. I just want to impact people and put a light on, them. So that's my biggest goal.
Outside of football, I always want to be known as a great player to come through here. But outside of that, I see a lot of reconstruction going on around here. I want to get in real estate, connect with some people on board, and just build my brand, be more likable, just want everybody to love me as a great person. But outside of football, I want to get into real estate, meet new people, just explore everything. I don't want to be in a box. I want to go out and meet, like he said, we go to the schools and talk to the kids. That's fun. I want people to know who Joker really is. So
yeah.
Has it helped having Miguel in the defensive back room? Just
Yes.
a guy that's been around.
Yeah.
What has he imparted on you guys about the area?
Any question you can, like, when it comes to the back end, even the up front, any question you can ask Miguel, he gonna know. Like, so sometimes you don't want to go ask the coach. Sometimes you just want to ask a player who knows, and he the player that knows. And the communication always there. If you just have a brain freeze on the field and he on the field with you, you good. Like,
Yeah.
just ask him, communicate. He gonna know what he got in, what you got. Just because he been in defense for so long, you always depend on him. He probably you can depend on him a lot. So
What do you guys thought about the quarterbacks? Do you even pay attention to who's throwing that football against you guys, or what are your thoughts?
I think it's a good battle. I think they're gonna compete just like everybody else. To be honest, I'm worried about competing and doing me, and I'm sure they are too. But I think there's two great guys, two great players, and whoever wins it.
yeah, me, I kind of just focus on taking the ball away from.
Facts.
Best, I think Coach Silverfield gonna pick the best man to win the job, but
Right.
the defense got to get them the ball back. So that's what that's what I'm focused on.
What about wide receivers? Is there anybody that's giving you any? I know we're just a few days into practice, but anybody giving y'all trouble? Anybody that's impressed you?
I like Jamari Hawkins. I like Prevo, young guy Prevo. I like CC, Chris Marshall. He's a dog. Chris Marshall, a dog, man. Yeah, those guys right there. I feel like the wide receiver room has great competition as well. Those guys are battling it out, and we got a group of great guys all around, man. Offensive line, defensive line, receivers, corners, DBs, everywhere. So
Yeah, I like Chris Marshall, big receiver, nice size. He can athletic. He can do it all. Jump ball guy, and he can run. People like you probably don't think he can run. He can run. He can catch the ball. I like C.J. Brown too. Yeah. Explosive. Him and Chris Marshall both explosive. They can run, athletic. Them two I like the most right now. From the outside, I don't play. He named a couple of slack guys. I haven't lined up in front of them yet. They lucky, but you know what I mean.
More as a guy from Northern California who went to Washington and then North Carolina, did you ever want to play in the SEC? Did you hate the SEC growing up from kind of Pac-12 Big Ten country? What's kind of your relationship with this conference?
I love the SEC, man. I always wanted to play in the SEC. Really, to be honest, I wanted to go to SEC schools out of high school. It didn't work out all the way, but I just love football, and I know that SEC loves football, so I feel like I fit in right here. SEC is where I've always wanted to be, and I feel like everything lined up being here.
I said Northern California, but Pasadena is not Northern California. What's the biggest difference between Northwest Arkansas and Pasadena right now for you?
Well, I would say it's a lot more things going on in Pasadena, like a lot more people, I would say, like traffic, and out here I could slow down, I kind of calm down, gather my thoughts. In California, it's a lot going on, so I feel like it's good for me coming from California to just be able to slow down and unpack and just be able to kind of like just gather my thoughts and reflect a lot.